This is probably one of our best new segments on the Shining Wizard Wrestling podcast. And if you are not familiar with it, all the homework assignments are available on YouTube, youtube.com/The Shining Wizards. Brundo, you dropped in our lap October 1st, 2005, Ring of Honor, Samoa Joe, Kenta Kobashi. Give us the skinny, brother.
Oh, man. So this is probably a match that I'll probably watch more than any other match in history over and over again. This is like my go-to, like, I feel like watching a banger match. And this, I just can't say enough good things about this. This is what pro wrestling really should be, between the emotion in the crowd, the emotion in the building, and just like two guys that really are at the top of their game. Like, I know Kobashi at the time was kind of starting to fall down or fall, and retire soon afterwards, but he made it feel like it was a main event of a Tokyo Dome or an All Japan show. So, yeah, just an awesome match.
Yeah, no. So this was what, 19 years ago?
Jeez, yeah, almost 20.
He would have been 37.
Kobashi?
Yeah, he just turned 58 3 days ago.
Yeah, he was a lot of miles on that 37-year-old body. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, he laid it every time he went out there. That was not like if you're not familiar with Kobashi, like that was not like this is a special match, I'm going to turn it up. Like that was every fucking Kobashi match.
Yeah. And I can't remember if it was Joe and Punk or somebody talking about this match. It's like when Kobashi came over, he thought nobody was going to know who he was. He was going to come out and like do like Mr. Fuji spots and shit like that. But they had to convince him, like, no, everybody is here to see you, and you are going to be like a big fucking deal, because he never came over. So this was the first time in the USA.
No, it was not.
Well, he was in Harley Race's federation, but that was the day before or the weekend before?
That was the weekend before.
Weekend before, yeah. He fought,
which is wild because
Bison Smith?
No, it was God damn it, I just had it. It was,
or was it Murdoch?
No, it was a fucking, I don't mean to say this disparagingly, it was like a nobody.
Really?
Like a dude who never, like, this is probably the highlight of his career. It was Wade Chisholm.
Jazz Chisholm?
He had
no fucking idea.
He wrestled from 01 to 08. He did one job match on WWE Velocity with him and Dangerous Derek lost to the Basham brothers. And then in 2005, he lost to Kenta Kobashi at WLW on September 24th. So a week before this happened. This weekend that Kenta was in Ring of Honor, and that match are the only 3 matches he ever had in the United States.
It's wild.
It's wild. It took me 20 minutes to realize there was no commentary on this.
Dude. Yeah. They did that. They didn't have that on YouTube, but like right before that, it was still Gabe on commentary, and he said like this match is special. It's a big match feel, so I'm gonna go out into the crowd and just enjoy this. And I actually really liked it for that. I feel like this match surprisingly didn't even need commentary. It was so freaking good.
Yeah, no, I was so into it that it was 18, 20 minutes in before I realized there's nobody calling the action. Like the crowd was just rabid for this.
Yeah. This is one of those, like, the crowd just elevates this match so much. Like I'm not comparing it to, a big of a deal as, like Hogan and Rock or Goldberg, Hogan or everything. But like those crowds just took those matches like up a notch. Like even though there's only maybe 1,000 people in Hammerstein, every single one of them was like dynamite for the match.
I'm interested to see what you guys say.
I'll let HK go first.
So first time I've seen the match, I like you, like even now in my head, I was like, no, there was definitely commentary. You know what I mean? Like, because for whatever reason, like in my head, I was like, oh, somebody was, and you're right. There was absolutely nobody. I enjoyed the match. There are things that I didn't like, but it's things that I'm not going to like in any match. Those machine chops, do away with those. I fucking hate them. I'm never going to like them. And you see it and that's the thing, like you're watching this match and it's a fucking slugfest, right? And they're doing amazing work. And then they get into that spot where he's fucking playing patty cake on him. And it fucking bothers me. The crowd itself was, it elevated the feel of the match, right? And even in areas where I was like, okay, everybody just take a breath, like everybody let things sink in a little bit. Like it seems like the crowd was like, nope, nobody's resting, nothing's gonna sink, we're gonna start chanting, something else now. And it was a highly entertaining match. One of the things I really laughed about was Samoa Joe when he walked out. And I was like, fucking look at baby Joe. Like, look at little baby Joe. Like, baby Joe is so young. He's almost in shape. Like, look at that little fucker.
You should watch him in 2001 then.
I've seen
really
some of those.
baby face Joe.
Fucking just little baby Joe. I enjoyed the match. I can certainly understand like Brundo, your affinity for the match. It's just, and for whatever reason, like little shit like that will just drive me nuts. And it happens so frequently. And it is those fucking, I'm gonna patty cake you. I'm gonna patty cake you. I'm gonna patty cake you. I'm gonna patty cake. And I was like, stop it. And he's not fucking stopping it. And I was like, oh, he's gonna patty cake him so much it's gonna be a cool patty cake. Nope, it's still not cool. Stop fucking patty cake. You know what I mean? But overall, like, thoroughly enjoyable match. Like it was a good watch.
I'll give you, and it's not going to, you feel the way you feel, but for context, I think this is what Brundo was going to say. Like, it's Kenta Kobashi playing the hits, and he's never been in the United States before. Like, now, like, I get it. Like, the back and forth chopping, like, it's overdone to death.
Yeah.
Like, New Japan does it way too much. AEW,
to this day,
like,
it is.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. But 2005, like, that wasn't happening in the United States. All Japan, they were maybe doing it, but, like, that whole crowd grew up on Kenta, right. Misawa, Kawada. So to see him there, like, yes, you want him to play the hits. And after him and Joe went fucking 20 minutes, like the chops, the machine gun chops probably could have looked a little better, but homeboy was fucking gassed out his balls.
Yeah.
Brundo.
Yo.
And gentleman, Matthew, HK.
Oh, good fuck government name. Yikes.
I have never had a harder time getting through a wrestling match.
Get out of here, really?
This, I could not get into it. I did not like this match at all. And I can't for the life of me explain why. I just know that I must have stopped and started. I must have watched it 4 or 5 times all the way. Could not get into it.
At least you didn't show up and tell us the dog ate your homework.
Could not for the life of me become invested in this match. I think there was one spot in the match that I was like, all right, that was fucking cool. It was when Kenta went for a back chop and Joe blocked it and hit him with the STO. Like, that was awesome. But other than that, and other than the crowd acknowledging who Kenta Kobashi was with, and then at the end chanting match of the year, I could not stay invested in this match at all. And to Matt's point, I don't know if it was because there was no commentary, and maybe we underestimate how important that is to a match, watching on TV. But this was without a doubt the hardest time I've ever had doing homework and watching it.
You have never seen this match before, then?
No,
right?
so years ago.
Okay.
So it's basically like watching it again it's like watching it for the first time again.
Well, you're saying it maybe be in the commentary, but we watched that dump match and there was no understanding what the commentary was saying at all, and you were into that. You know what I mean? So was that?
I don't.
You know what I mean? I
don't know. I honestly don't know. But all I know is that it was almost impossible for me to watch this match.
Yeah.
But I did, like 3-4 times. Because I was hoping like maybe I'll like change my tune. Like maybe all right, it's two of the greatest of all time. Like I have to. Like, there's nothing about me that shouldn't like this, but I don't. Like it was tough. It was really, really, really tough. But
That's fair though. At least you're honest with us, and you're like, "Oh, I fucking loved it." Like, I appreciate that.
yeah, dude.
Look, and I think that's I think that's part of the homework, right? We bust each other's balls. I mean, now, KGG, let me ask you this: would you rather watch Joe, Kenta, or Rock and Roll Buck Zumhoff?
Joe
Rock
Kenta every single
Cradle.
day. I don't want that name ever spoken on this fucking show ever again. And the fact that it is still is a fucking crime.
He shows up all the time. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of cool spots that I enjoyed. Something that I don't think I've ever seen. Kenta has like back control of Joe, and he's like pulling his neck back, and he has a knee in his spine, and he fucking karate chops him right on like the bridge of his nose.
He did a lot of those.
Fucking awesome.
All right, that was cool. That was cool.
That looked freaking painful too.
He did that a couple times in the match.
Yeah,
like the fucking karate chop, the Great Khali chop.
And we talked about it again. I can't put over enough the apron bump that's going to drop on April 9th that me and Brundo did. But man, I don't think if we did it, we recorded the show with Kyle on Sunday, I would have noticed. It's either the lighting or the way it's shot, but man, the fucking way the camera catches the sweat that comes off of them when the fucking chops are happening is it could be a happy accident. It looks fucking great though.
Yeah, especially that shot or that running Olay chop that Kenta gave Joe, and Joe just flies over the row or flies over. It doesn't look hokey at all, too. It's just that was a thing of beauty. That got me.
Yeah, no, I look, man, the energy with the crowd was there. The significance of Kenta being in a Ring of Honor ring, and it was just this weekend. I loved it, Bruno.
I said too, like you don't see these guys especially at that time. It was a huge deal for these guys to came over because it never happens. Especially those guys, like maybe some of the New Japan guys came over, but none of the All Japan guys ever made it to the States. So huge deal.
I mean, I'm glad I watched it. I didn't like it, but I'm glad I watched it.
Yeah, check it out. Check it off. You know what you don't like. You tried it.
Yeah.
So many times.
Any last words on Kenta Joe? Does it live up to the hype? 2005 Wrestling Observer Match of the Year.
I believe it.
Right in Uncle Dave's wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Boy, you're
if
gonna
it was in the Tokyo Dome, it'd be 6 dicks up for him.
You're gonna give me the homer call here, but 2005, Ray Eddie ladder, right?
Are you asking us or telling us?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Well, you said match of the year, and I'm going. 2005 was a pretty prime year. That's some good stuff in 2005.
I mean, there was a lot of good stuff in 2005.
Yeah, the Wrestling Observer. This is right in fucking Uncle Dave's wheelhouse.
Right.
I'm sure it wasn't PWI Match of the Year, so
I mean, if you look, so just for a little context, it just in the 2000s. 2000 was Atlantis Viano 3, 2001 Muda Tenru, 2002 Benoit and Angle against Edge and Mysterio, and then here comes the Noah Ring of Honor run. 2003 Kobayashi Misawa, 2004 Kobayashi Akiyama, 2005 Kenta Joe, 2006 Dragon Kid Saito and Horiguchi against Sema Masato Yoshino and Naoki Doi.
That was Ring of Honor also.
Yep. 2007 was Morishima Bryan Danielson, and then we get back to the WWE. They control 2008 to 2011.
So 2005 for PWI Match of the Year, Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, WrestleMania. And it's hard to argue against that one.
So let me ask you this. This is voted on, right? This isn't Dave Meltzer awarding it, right? It's voted?
Correct.
Yeah.
So the fact that Kurt Angle has 2 Match of the Years and never got a 5-star match from fucking Meltzer.
Well, no, Kurt Angle was PWI match of the year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he had the
The
2002
tag.
match of the year.
Yeah, but he still never got a 5-star match. But it was voted match of the year.
It's the one man's opinion,
Mm. Mm.
and somehow it became fucking the gospel.
Yeah, it really is fucking scary how that is.
Now
like,
now it's just get off your cloud or whatever it is.
yeah,
Get off my
get
lawn.
off the cloud, not my
Yeah,
cloud.
there you go. Old man
The cloud.
yelling at cloud.
Yes, that's right. That's
Yeah.
what you got there.